Hello students and welcome to the next part of our runner game, and in this part we're going to create some obstacles and something on background. So first of all, let us go to the sprite library and let us look for a tree. Yeah, so here we have a tree, and this tree is going to move on our background so that we have an effect like we're running. So the background is going to move. One more thing we're going to need here, it's let us choose a one more sprite. Well, what can it be? It can be a hedgehog. Let it be a hedgehog, and uh, let us change its costume where he sleeps. Yeah, so that we're going to jump over the hedgehog. Else we're going to lose because in case we jump on a hedgehog, it's going to hurt. So we're going to lose our game in case we touch the hedgehog. So let us make the scripts for the cat. So when the flag is clicked, we're going to wait until we touch just one hedgehog. Okay, we wait until touching hedgehog, and in case we touch the hedgehog, we're going to stop all because we're going to lose. Well, the hedgehog is pretty big, yet we're going to fix this using scripts, okay? So let us make the first script for our tree now. Let us hide the hedgehog for now, and let us make the first script for our tree. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to hide our tree. We're going to hide our tree. So when the flag is clicked, we're going to hide. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to place our tree somewhere outside, for example, 220x, and y is just fine. Okay, then let us create 10 clones of our trees. So we're going to repeat 10 times and then create a clone of myself, but we need an interval between this clone creation. So let us wait, for example, something between 3 to 5 seconds, let it be, or maybe 2 to 5 seconds. Okay. And next thing we're going to do, we're going to make a script when our tree is a clone, because we're not going to use our original tree as usual when we create some clones. Okay. So when I start as a clone, we're going to move towards the left edge until we touch it maybe, but maybe no, maybe no. Let us make like this. We can actually repeat something for like 150 times, and then we can move, or we can change the x by, I don't know, -5. And when all these repetitions are done, we're going to delete our clone. So let us check this out now. Oh, I forgot to show my clones. But here I should add one more block. Okay, so my tree is actually a little bit uh, too low. It's standing really low. Let me just rise it a little bit because my tree is standing much lower than the ground level, so it should be -77. Okay, and now let us check this out. Yeah, now this works perfectly fine, except maybe the number of repetitions can be like 125, maybe. Let me check this out. Well, this works okay. Actually, we can also reduce these repetitions even more, but this is not a really big problem. Now, what should we do? We should clone these scripts to our hedgehog. And the only difference between the tree and the hedgehog is going to be the coordinates. And if you want, you can change the interval when they appear. And of course, we need a custom size for our hedgehog because it's really big. So let us make it size something like 50. Okay, and now we need our hedgehog to stay lower. So it will be -136 somewhere maybe. Let me check this out. Yeah, now this works perfectly fine. Okay, one more thing is we need to reduce the number of repetitions. Let it be 100 maybe, because my hedgehog doesn't disappear when it touches the edge. Yeah, now this works perfectly fine. I can jump over my hedgehogs. And the last thing we're going to add to our game is the shelter. So we're running away from someone or running towards something, it doesn't matter. We need some shelter. So this would be a logical finish to our game. So let us just go to the paint menu, to the graphical editor, and let us draw some kind of house where we're going to run into. So drawing houses is actually a very, very simple thing to do. Let us draw a roof here. And now let us draw a door. So let it be a red door, why not? So this is our door. This is its handle. And let us make some kind of windows maybe. Let us pick yellow color. And this is going to be the big window of our house. Yeah, now this works. This looks pretty well. Okay, so what kind of script are we going to create for our shelter? So our shelter is going to have one single script. So first of all, of course, it should appear. But when should it appear? It's going to appear on some specific occasion. For example, when we have already ran a lot of time. Okay, so we're going to wait until maybe our timer becomes more than 30. So when we are already running for more than 30 seconds, our house will start moving. Well, first of all, let's make him appear somewhere. For example, 240 and -78. So we would not need any clones here. We just need to hide it when the flag is clicked and to show when the timer is more than 30 and when it has already teleported. And then we can take this, for example, part of script and put it to our shelter, except the block delete this clone because our house is not a clone, okay? And the last thing we're going to do is we should set up a script for our cat when we touch the shelter. So when we touch the shelter, we're going to say, I won. Now let us check how this game works. This is the first obstacles here. And as you can see, actually, our code is very, very clean here. If we do not pay attention on the define blocks, because the define blocks are something that should be like in the background. We're not going to look there. So this is all the code for the cat it takes, okay? Yeah, and now we have won our game, and I think this is it for this project. Thank you for your attention. See you in the next video.